Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Kimberly Cloud Show. I'm your host, Kimberly Cloud. So, right now, I want to find a paperwork that basically explains something peculiarly different than normal for my topic I'm going to talk about on Friday. I did not mean to open this. I should have just bought a juice from somewhere. Okay, let's find that topic. But first, I wanted to show y'all something. First, I wanted to show you recovering from what I'm recovering from everything else. Hold on. I want y'all to see this. Now, mind you, I was just talking about it. I was just talking about Mayor Brandon Johnson, in the Chicago area. This is just not right. Why are they giving luxury hotel rooms while the black people go through pure hell, man? That's not right. If Trump, let's just say if Trump was president, he wouldn't sit up there and literally he would be with the Democrats, and what she has to say means a lot. They sat up there and get rid of the illegals. Like, why can't we, like, they're getting reparations for what? What are they getting reparations for? Why is Africa not speaking up about poverty and different levels of being poor? Why? There's different levels of being poor in Africa. They won't let us play certain music in Africa. Like, seriously, these people that are higher up in Africa don't want to see nothing happen for their race. So don't blame the white guy. Blame the black people that are higher up. Because if it wasn't for the African president or the presidents overall that's in Africa right now, there will be more better poverty circumstances than there is now. I think that we are still slaves. I think that we are still slaves to a certain degree. Like, why is Africa not taking up for us? Why isn't Africa like doing this? It's if you came to a different country and you say, I want X amount of people for this amount, I'll keep you in power as long as you don't try to go behind my back and do anything right, wrong. These will be slaves that I have. He's in power. That makes him a weak man. You got these black people down here talking about how, get rid of them. They're trying to speak to Mayor Brandon Johnson about what's going on. And this would be a hot top. Something else would be a hot topic tomorrow. So I'm just making it be known. I don't know. It's just crazy. Okay. Like you're hearing about Ukraine, you're hearing about, Russia. You don't hear about Africa. You don't even hear about Africa at all unless they're dancing to get attention. If you really cared about your people, seeing as though it's so much that they went there in Africa, then you would not have sold them out. You would not have sold us out. So I don't blame the man that came with the money to get us. I blame the man with the money that was weak, that was weak enough to let us and allow us as black people to be slaves. Willing it, I mean, it's being done here. You see, look, you see how many black people will cop out a deal for fame and fortune the wrong way instead of the right way. It just sickens me, man. Okay. What am I looking at now? Hold on, y'all. No. Here we go. Yeah, you can't get mad at the the white man for taking up on his offer, for the black man taking him up on his offer to have us as slaves. I think that's going to be a forever thing. I think it's going to be a forever thing. We gradually get out of it, but it's always something that shows just a little bit that we're in slavery right now. You know, um, Nobody talks about black people. Nobody talks about black people, and I give it to Fox News for showing Mayor Brandon Johnson people talking about it in Chicago. You hear about Hispanic, oh, put them in a good hotel room. You hear about black, well, we can make some exceptions, but not a lot of exceptions for black people. You know, and there's some good and bad in both races. There's some good and bad in all races. And we should come to the conclusion that, we should be saving the good people. Even the best people to save are the ones that have been through and have worked out their mistakes in a different aspect, worked out their mistakes. Not somebody who's lived a perfect life because they had a perfect mother and dad. I'm talking about somebody who, you know, isn't perfect but is striving to be. Those are the those are the type of people who absorb everything around them and try to find out what's new. Ooh, like I was watching Muriel, the Little Mermaid, and she made two copies. Her friend made two, and this is a real life Disney show. You know, she made two copies. Her Hispanic friend made two copies of herself. And the Hispanic girl, the copies were only geared towards doing certain stuff, not like she do. So one was saying, "Ooh, what's that?" And another one was saying, "Knock, knock, knock, knock." And I was like, dang, man. I That's how I am. I'm like, oh, what's that? Oh, what's that? I don't know about the nasty knock knock because she sat up there, she was spilling stuff and everything. She turned evil Knievel. But yeah, man, like I feel like you can't get mad at somebody who is just born in, to say that. Like, I don't know, man. I just feel like we gotta cut the curb a little bit on the way. I don't know. It's just going on too much, man. I'm starting to feel um like those people out there, such as the governors and two mayors, Miss Wu being one of the other mayors, they don't care. They must have privilege over black people. Cause you wouldn't send no black person, no ashy ass black person. Not saying that we are all ashy, but no ashy ass black person from the middle of the border trying to get in, to a hotel room, a luxury hotel. They didn't even send them to the Motel 6. They got luxury. They got luxury. So I'm like, okay, you have luxury. What is the reason? It has to be some type of deal, and we will never know this secret deal, with the it's a secret deal. It's a secret deal. It has to be. It has to be. Hands down. I'm not saying that I know I wasn't there, but the way they acting, I'm a conspiracy theorist. That don't look right. That ain't right. You know, why? Why are they trying to resist? What are they getting? Is it money? Is it their moles? Is it that they're in there for the wrong reasons? What are they trying to get? This is going to be I hope this is a good 4 years. And the reason why I can see it as being another effed up year, 4 years, is because the people are not they're resisting. You know, would you resist to a Democrat wanting this? All the Democrats resist. All the Democrats resist. You know, why don't you make it work? If you're there in office right now for the right reasons to make America great again, why are you resisting this movement that hasn't even started yet? Why? That's all I want to know. What what I don't know. I remember history repeats itself. I remember when I was a young adult or a young child, uh, there were Jamaicans moving into Charlotte and they were shooting and they were killing. You know, one thing that don't frighten me. I'm about to get on TikTok. Hold on, because I want to explain myself on TikTok real quick.
Else, if you give another.
It's gonna hang up, but it's okay. Welcome to the Kimberly Cloud Show. I'm your host, Kimberly Cloud. So, I don't mean to go to. I don't want to give nobody power. I just would like to say this though. My I don't want to bring it up. I don't want to give it power. I just don't understand, like the Jamaicans were coming in Charlotte and they were in the ghetto. We were in the ghetto and they would sit up there and people get shot. They still be living in the ghetto. The ghetto is horrendous, man. People living in the ghetto get shot. You know, Juju that shot him is still there. If you really want to make life work for you, then sit up there and stop doing what you're doing. Try to find a way, an exit out of what you got going on now, and work on that. Even if you can't hang around multimillionaires, trillionaires, multi-trillionaires, you know, just learn from them. Whatever you can. Whatever you can learn from them. Learn from them. I would learn from them. You know, we have a choice to learn from our enemies. And not our enemies, but people that are million, trillion, billion, million, oh God, million, billion, trillion. Yes, I know how it goes. I hope one day to, even if I'm lonely, man, I still want to work hard. I just want to make sure that I'm making money. I really truly want to make money. So doors can open for me. I gotta do it the correct way. And I think with the new presidency that has came, um, I think that is going to change. I know it's going to change. I asked myself, what happened? What happened in 2020? As soon as he got out of presidency, bad things began to happen to me. So right now, what I want to do is make sure that he I advocate. He got lots of beautiful women advocating for him. He got his males advocating for him. He got his females advocating him for him. But I want to be an advocator for free, where I don't want nothing from him but a better life that everybody wants. Um, This thing has really, it is getting dark outside. I want I want a coffee. So yeah, I'm about to get off of here. I told y'all I'd be back on here. I just wanted to tell y'all that you know, we that's like somebody, a woman, a white woman coming up to me, and I live in Africa, right? And saying, "Hey, look, I'll buy 30 of your black people." And even when we came over in boats and shit. You know, they coming over by airports and shit, you know. But I would ask, that, they would ask me, I can I have 30 of your slaves? And I would say, yes, yes, you can. And it will keep the higher ups in power while the lower people suffer. That's why they not complaining. They ain't at a war with nobody. They have no, they don't have nothing there other than the people to guard the presidents, and they corrupt there too. So yeah, they are corrupt. I may not go out because it's windy. You know, I'm just kidding with y'all. Or am I? No, seriously. I don't even watch the local news no more, you know, because they don't talk about national news. You know, they talk about, federal stuff, and local talk about state stuff that, you know, but you, I just, I don't know, man. It's something going on with our race. It's something going on with our race of why, like we are, being, I don't know, but I do know this. I do know this, that we, it's going to get better for us. I know that it's going to get better, and it's going to get better for the better. He, I remember when Donald Trump was talking about a black woman who couldn't buy soap, so she had to steal soap. Now, tell me why my mother was the same way. She had to steal soap in order to, keep us clean. You know, what a sad thing to deal with. Had to choose between breaking the law, breaking the godly law, and or washing us. So yeah, it was pretty different and all. It was pretty different. So pretty much we need to go over our history thoroughly. They leave, so certain stuff gets left out our history. I may not know, Edgar Allan Poe, which I kind of do. Not all. He died a tragic way. Like, I may not know about a bunch of African American book authors, or I may not know about some white people. What I do know is that I love to learn. I love to learn. And it doesn't stick all right away, but I I'm willing to learn because I'm willing to take account that that person must meant something at that very moment, at that very second, you know. And that's what it's about. They talk about somebody's in history. Somebody is in history. I didn't come on here to go on a date with nobody. I came on here to get what was promised and help during the whole 4 years they craft what needs to be crafted. And what needs to be crafted is, we taking into account, Trump may need people that's not on his payroll to talk and advocate about things. I don't have no mental health. I'm not looking to sit up and say, oh, wow, Trump, alpha male. No, he he rings a bell because he sits up there and he does what's right, and I hope that, one day, you know, maybe 10, 15 years down the road, he still be interviewing and be able to be interviewed, he's worked his whole life practically, and I look up to the guy, I look up to him. So like I said, I'm not going to give nothing energy that doesn't need to have energy. But I'll tell you this, look at your histories because they don't tell you everything that's in your history. And if it goes unnoticed, history can be tweaked. Like maybe if Trump didn't win, he would have went down as a felon who kept trying to beg to be president. He didn't want to go down like that. When is he wanted to be president and he fought to be president. Like 4 years ago was definitely different. 4 years ago was definitely different. Everybody hated Trump. Everybody hated Trump. And now people can sense what he can do. If you're a Trump supporter, just let it out. I'm just saying, I'm a Trump supporter. Don't be scared to go, like, to talk about what you need to talk about. Don't be scared to talk about what you need to talk about. So yeah, take care, y'all. Be safe, and I will see you guys another time.